Hey everybody, this is your girl Nisi. We're gonna be back again. I did find that update about the best friend that's a boyfriend but isn't a boyfriend. Yeah, I found that one. So we're gonna dive deep into that real quick. We're gonna critique and talk that shit because that's what the channel is about. That's what we do. Um, so I am getting back in the swing, as you can see. But without further ado, let's just get straight into this. Okay. Update. I'm secretly in love with my best friend, and yesterday he introduced me as his sister. Literally, two people have asked for an update, and so here I am. I feel like the title is all the recap you really need, but real quick. I've been secretly in love with my best friend for a few years, and we definitely crossed boundaries of a normal friendship. And then he introduced me to his as his sister to his coworker. Well, a lot of the comments stated he was not attracted to me, and the opportunity finally arose for me to bring it up casually. We were talking about relationships, and he was saying how he hadn't had much luck finding anyone. Things just haven't worked out for various reasons. Despite a lot of the comments, none of the reasons that have been for how close we are. So, as he's telling me about the latest girl he stopped talking to, she was hardly ever responding to texts or calls for anyone interested in that reason. I said, well, it sounds like you need to change up from what you usually go for. I basically told him he needs someone like me in our relationship. He agreed, literally saying word for word, yeah, you're right. If you were someone else, we'd definitely be together. This was my first opportunity to bring it up, but I chickened out. Then we both we both were talking about how we hadn't had intimacy in a while, as we've both been single, and I said, yeah, we should really help each other out. He kind of laughed awkwardly, and I should have took that as a sign, but I was in it now. I had the courage to finally ask why we never dated. He admitted that he used to have feelings for me in high school, but didn't think I would leave my ex. The ex he was referring to was the guy I was with before we had our one night stand that we don't talk about. Asked him why he thought that when he I was literally with him afterwards, and then we never spoke of it. He said it just didn't seem like I was over him at the time. So naturally asked what about after when he realized I didn't want him back. He said he had already started thinking of me differently and now sees me as his sister. He says he couldn't go back on that now. It's too weird and it would be really like dating his sister. I didn't push the conversation after this. I just let it end. I actually feel like he lied, which is a lot because I've never felt this way before. I really think he was never attracted in the first place, and maybe that night was a rebound situation and he didn't want to hurt my feelings. Either way, I know the truth now and I'm moving on. A lot of people said I was letting those feelings hold me back from relationships, and I generally wasn't. I've dated and things have ended for various reasons, also, none of those reasons being because of my relationship with him. I actually found out the reason none of his exes had issues because he's been telling them I'm his sister this whole time. So, yeah, safe to say that's never happening. I feel utterly stupid and delusional for ever thinking was anything romantic, but a lesson I learned, I guess. This isn't going to end our friendship, but I'll definitely be setting more boundaries, starting with no more sleepovers. So, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So this could have been prevented had you had a conversation like a big girl, where he had a conversation, because you don't sleep with someone you're not attracted to. But when he started seeing you differently, that should have been the time that he sat down and said, "Hey, I know we did our thing. I know we don't talk about our thing, but I'm an adult, you're an adult, and we're going to do adult things in the future with other people. I see you as someone that I see as a familiar as in family connection now, rather than seeing you as a potential partner. I think that we should continue our friendships, but I'm always going to see you like my sister. I don't want you to get attached." Now, there's never going to be a conversation, but in a perfect world, that's kind of the conversation we want to have. That being said, 3 years is a long time to fall in love with somebody. And something like this situation could really put a damper on how you see him. Yes, you want to continue the relationship as a friendship. And yes, I see that you're starting to set boundaries. But at the end of the day, you were still in love with this man for 3 years. I would suggest taking time away and then coming back to the friendship. And when I say taking time away, I mean lessen the phone calls, lessen the amount of text messages. Really just try to find yourself. Yeah, I understand that dated other people while you were in love with this man, but regardless of what you think, when you love somebody enough to potentially feel heartbroken because of the situation, you're not going to rebound the way you think you are. Take time to kind of get yourself back in order, then continue your friendship. And him, if he was that brother, that person who actually cares about you, he's going to let you have that time. Now, are you going to take this advice? No idea if you're ever going to see this. But if you are in a relationship and you're leaving a relationship, or you found out someone's not attracted to you the way you're attracted to them, and you've fallen in love with this person, take time to get back to center. Don't jump into the next relationship. Don't go instantly find that person, because of the fact that you yourself, you may be able to rebound, you may be able to get over somebody, but at the end of the day, you cared about this man a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Please, please, please take care of yourself. Please, please, please don't don't get yourself hurt. I would hate for you to be hurt. And at the end of the day, you sound like such a wonderful person. He seems to think you're such a wonderful person. And he probably missed out on his soulmate because he sister zoned them. You didn't even get friend zoned, you got sister zoned. That's just so far worse. But you'll find your man. I promise you will. And hopefully he'll be just as happy for you when you do find that person as I assume you will be for him when he finds his person. Um, but you know now, you know the differences in your relationship. And at the end of the day, do what's best for you, Bill. Like, don't let him make you upset in any form, fashion, or way. You are doing amazing. You are an amazing person. Choice is a little weird, but cool. Um, but don't, just because he thought you as a sister doesn't mean you're unattractive. Because apparently you're dating. But maybe, just maybe, distance yourself more than you have. Um, just no more sleepovers isn't enough of a boundary in my thought, because maybe not go on dates and stuff unless you both understand. Well, now you understand, but like you both are on the same page with that whole situation. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just, it's given awkward to me. It's given weird. But anyways, I appreciate you submitting this. I appreciate you reaching out and letting us know what happened. Um, but yeah, don't, both women and men, when you're interested in somebody, don't let yourself be played into the friend zone slash brother slash sister zone. Don't do that. Just admit to it. And it sounds hard as I don't know what, but at the end of the day, the worst someone can say is no. If you do too much, the no might be a little bit more insulting than you like. But the worst thing you can say is no. Um, don't also string people along because that's what happened here. You got strung along, babe. Anyways, this is your girl Nisi. I'm heading out. This was the thing. This is the thing. Good on OP for finding their information that she needed. Good on her for sticking to her guns about it. And I'm glad she's getting boundaries. But maybe also some therapy. Just maybe. Anyways, see you guys on the next time. This is Talking This Shit.